My name is Kristie from MeTime. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to create the Gloria mini pillow and Let It Ring frame decor from the Hoop Studio subscription. These projects are so cute and they'd be so fun on an entry table. I think you're really going to love trying the Trapunto, which is the fresh technique we used for this project. If you're new to MeTime, we offer complete machine embroidery experiences delivered right to your door. You can learn more about MeTime and our subscriptions at metimedelivered.com. Wow, this kit is really full. I'm surprised it all fit in the envelope. This photo shows our full color step-by-step instruction booklet. Beautiful fabrics, including 3 Liberty of London designs distributed by Riley Blake, project batting, and ribbon. Plus 3 supplies that are unique in this kit are battery-powered fairy lights, a nice white picture frame, and even a mini pillow insert. It had to be vacuum sealed in order to fit it in the envelope. This kit can be broken down into 3 projects that come together to make a fun summer grouping. First, I'm going to show you how to make the mini pillow. Next, I will give a few tips on making the stars. And last, I will show you how to create the framed decor. There are embroidery files provided for a 5x7 and 6x10 embroidery hoop. We have already pre-cut and starched our fabrics for the 6x10 hoop. I found the cutting diagram included in the downloads really helpful, especially for this directional stripe and project batting. For the Gloria mini pillow, first fold the short edge of each back fabric piece over 1/4 inch with wrong sides together. Press well. Fold that same edge over another 1/4 inch and press well again. Okay, for step 3, I already top stitched along these edges with my sewing machine. Then hoop the Timberbell light mesh cutaway stabilizer into the 6x10 embroidery hoop. Load the 6x10 Gloria mini pillow file into the machine. Stitch the batting placement line in a neutral thread color. Place the provided project batting covering the placement line, tape in place. Stitch the batting tack down line in a neutral color. This is also our piecing template. Trim the batting close to the stitch line. The piecing template divided our stitch into 2 sections. The top, larger section is labeled section 2 on the instructions. The bottom is labeled section 1. We are going to place piece 1 fabric, which is the navy in this case, over section 1. And tape in place. Stitch the trimming line using a neutral thread color. This is also your placement line. Trim the fabric close to the stitch line. This is instruction step 12. Now place fabric 2. In this case, the floral fabric right side down. Line the shorter edge of the fabric along the placement line and tape in place. Machine step 4 is stitching the seam stitch using a neutral thread color. Flip the fabric right side up and press well. We're now on to machine step 5. Using a neutral thread color, stitch the piecing tack down line. For machine step 6, I'm going to switch my thread to the blue thread to stitch quilting 1 piecing detail. Isn't this star quilting perfect? I'm switching my thread to the cream color for machine step 7, so I can stitch the piece 2 quilting detail. Now, take the 2 back fabric pieces and place them wrong side up. The one on the bottom should be about 1 inch lower than the one on the top. Make sure the edges we sewed earlier are in the center. Because I used the directional stripe, it helps me to line it up the right way. This is going to make the envelope style pillow cover. Tape this really well how it's shown in the instruction book so everything stays in place and your presser foot doesn't catch the folded edge. On machine step 8, stitch the final outline in a neutral thread color. Remove the project from the hoop. Take off all the tape. Trim the project 1/4 inch from the final outline stitch. Cut each corner like this. Make sure not to cut through the stitches. Then trim again at a slight angle about 1 inch from the sides to reduce bulk. Turn the project right side out and carefully poke the corners with a point turner or blunt tip to square. Now I can insert my pillow. The easiest way I found is to put the end of the pillow as far as possible into one side. Then push the other end into the other side and pull the fabric over it. Step 26, fold the ribbon in half with right sides together. Finger press. All right, I already completed step 27 by measuring 1 inch up from the raw edges and sewing the ends together on my sewing machine. Turn the ribbon right side out. Then slide it onto the pillow, covering the seam between the two fabric pieces. To finish the project, tuck or stitch the stars where you want them. Then wrap the fairy lights around the middle of the ribbon and tuck the power box into the envelope closure on the back of the project. The stars that we tucked into the pillow are really simple to make. The instructions are on page 9 of your book. You will be able to make 6 stars on a 5x7 embroidery hoop. I really like how you can use 2 different fabrics in the same hoop. I want to share a couple of tips on these. First, after you dissolve the stabilizer on step 16, you can use a food dehydrator to help your project dry faster. Second, you can add fray preventative to the stars for a clean edge, or you can leave the raw edges and intentionally fray them for a more rustic look. Besides using them to accent your pillow and framed art, you could also set them in a tier tray or sew them together to make a little garland. Now I'm ready for the next project. I have already cut my fabric 1 to be 6 by 8 inches, starched and pressed it. I have also pre-cut my Kimberbell project batting as outlined on page 11. First, hoop your Kimberbell light mesh cutaway stabilizer. Next, load the Let Freedom Ring framed Decor embroidery file into the machine. Machine step 1 for this project is stitching the center batting placement line. The fresh technique for this project is Trapunto. If you haven't done this before, it's basically placing extra batting beneath an area to create a raised effect. For the framed art, we are going to end up with 3 layers of project batting. 2 of the layers go only in the center circle design. The 3rd layer goes over the whole project. This will create a subtle effect. If you have a project you want to create a more dramatic effect on, you can add more layers of project batting or even Kimberbell Flexi Foam. Okay, now back to our frame decor project. I'm moving on to instruction step 4. Stack the 2 pieces of center project batting on top of each other, covering the placement line, and tape in place. Stitch the center batting tack down line using a neutral thread color. Trim both layers of batting close to the tack down line. Make sure not to cut the stitches or perforate the stabilizer. For machine step 3, stitch the background batting placement line. Place the background project batting covering the placement line and tape it in place. Using a neutral thread color, stitch the background batting tack down line. Okay, now that's all stitched. I'm ready to remove the tape and trim the batting close to the trim line. Then place the background fabric right side up, covering the batting. Tape in place. Machine step 5. Stitch the background fabric tack down line in a neutral thread color. Don't trim the fabric yet. Change your thread to the color you want your background quilt details to be. I'm using this blue thread. stitch the background quilting details. Switch your thread color to the color you want for the circle and stars detail. I'm using cream, so it will stand out against this beautiful navy design. Machine step 8, stitch the Let Freedom Ring text. I like that this is a separate step, so if you want to switch your thread color, you can. I'm using the same cream color. Remove the project from the hoop. Then remove the tape. Trim the fabric and stabilizer as desired. Frame the project and attach 2 red stars if you like. You can use the hot glue to attach the stars, but you may want to try basting glue because it's sticky and dries clear, and it's not bulky like hot glue. Okay, that's it. I'm now done with both of these great projects. I really love how they turned out. I can't wait to put these on my entry table this summer, along with my other patriotic decor. I also think the Let Freedom Ring decor would make a great gift for my neighbor. It's so nice that it fits in a standard frame. I would love to know what your favorite part of this project is, or how you plan to use it. You can tell us in the MeTime community on Facebook, or leave a comment on this video. Thanks for joining me. Now go enjoy a little well-deserved me time.